Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, let me reintroduce myself. I am Two Wolves and I'm the Mental Health Viking. My mission here is to get people to talk about mental health like we talk about everything else, whether we break our bone or have a head cold, go to the doctors, or toothache and have to see the dentist. Everyone talks about them like they're nothing because it's common, everyone understands what's happening and it's easy to talk about it. But when it comes to mental health, there's still some people out there that don't understand what it's like to go through a mental health illness or have a mental health disorder. So I try to spread the word, and by doing that, I chat with people, normal people all over the world, and talk about their struggle with mental health. Or, I chat with family members of people that suffer from mental health illness or disorder and how it is from their point of view. So, it's a great message. It's a great cause. This is me. I'm putting my heart into this. This is something I fully believe in, and I stand by that. We cannot fight mental health by ourselves. We need help from others, especially at our darkest hour. So that's me. For all you new subscribers, for people watching this and aren't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. More videos will be coming out. So that's all about that part, guys. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this chat. So I'll chat with Jared. He suffers from depression and PTSD since he was 15, but I just recently got properly diagnosed with it. And he thought, growing up after 15, he thought he was the only one that was suffering the PTSD, but realized that it wasn't just him, and that there is other people out there that understand what he's going through. And it takes a lot of courage for him to get on this channel and have a chat with me. And I saw how he was a bit hesitant at the start of the chat, and by the end of it, guys, we were laughing and chatting, and even after I finished recording, him and me chatted for like another 20 minutes, and had a laugh, and yeah, it was really good. So please watch, guys. Take a message. If you know someone that needs to see this, share it, spread the word, guys. We need to fight this together. So without further ado, here's the chat. So Jared, welcome to my channel. It's a privilege to have a chat with you. So can you just tell my viewers a bit about yourself for me?
All right. My name's Jared. I live in upstate New York. I'm 31, and I have a fiance and a 6-month-old son.
Cool. Congratulations on the son. It's an amazing thing when you become a father.
Yeah, it's also terrifying at the same time.
Yep.
You're not responsible for just yourself anymore.
No. So, like for me, when I had my son, he's 4 in September. He was my wake-up call with me trying to get better. It wasn't just about me anymore. He's always been my rock. So if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be doing this type of things now. So it's good motivation.
Yeah. Recently, with everything going on, and I recently got diagnosed with depression. And one of the reasons why I decided to go and get that help was because of him. When you don't want to get up in the morning and you're not as fast to take care of him, and you just feel like a slug, that there's something wrong. He was the reason why I decided to go and just get that extra help I needed.
Yeah, no, that's good. So, you said it's only been recently. How recent has it been since you've been diagnosed with depression?
So I've had depression for a while, but I just didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
I think there was just this stubbornness in me that decided, oh no, I'm too good to have depression. I'm not the type of person that would get it. And I think I've had it since probably I was 15. So it's definitely been a while. Um, but most recently, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I think, it got really bad. I was down um, mentally. I just wasn't sharp anymore. Um, and I just wasn't happy. And so I decided to call my doctor, and she's like, "Okay, we can help you." And I was like, "Awesome." And so they put me on a medicine, and it took a little while for my body to adjust to it. Um, it actually made my anxiety worse, so they had to adjust it and put me on another medication to kind of balance everything out with my anxiety. So, but I feel better. Um, I am missing my beard though. I decided I had probably like a 5 month growth going on, and the day after I started the medication, I decided to start new. I decided to start fresh and start a new canvas because every time I looked in the mirror and I saw that beard, I wasn't happy. So I wanted to start fresh.
Yeah, no, that's good. And I know how you feel. Like, I'm a veteran here in Australia, so I was in the army as a medic. When I got discharged, I started growing my beard. Obviously, most veterans do. We shave
Hmm.
every single day for however
Yeah.
long we're in the military for.
Yeah.
So I've been growing my beard on and off for probably 5 years, and look back at it now, I didn't really feel it at the time, but every time I shave my beard off, I could put it down to anxiety or depression,
Yep.
which is one of my symptoms with my PTSD. So I use it. I used to use it as a mask also. So I used to grow it real
Hmm.
big and use that as something I can hide behind and something I can control. And I shaved it off and on because that was my decision. So
Yep.
I know exactly how you feel. And every time I did shave mine off, I pretty much regretted it like a couple of days later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, it's going good now. So, I shaved mine back off. I think it was the last time I had a shave was the 14th of March. So
Oh,
I had a mate's engagement party and I just had a little bit of scrub. I shaved it off a couple of weeks beforehand. So I had a nice clean shave for his party. And then I think it was only like 10 days later, I saw the beer struggle
hmm,
ad for the ambassadorship, and I went, look, this is something I can work towards. This is thing, and yeah, I haven't looked back, and yeah,
yeah.
the beard's coming along very nicely. So, but
Oh, it's looking good, man.
I'm looking down here. I want
Yeah.
I want Viking braids and everything in there. So I'm going
You
full
get,
kilt.
are you gonna get the jewelry and the accessories for it?
Yeah, yeah, I'll be getting them from the
Yeah.
bead struggle, the bead beads, and yeah, growing the
Yeah.
hair out for the first time, and get that into a braid, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a full transformation. So, which is
Oh,
good.
that's awesome. That's a good goal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you spoke about medication. So you spoke to your doctor, which is awesome, and I have to commend you. Um, Especially as a male, and this is nothing against females that have mental health, but I've always been brought up, and I don't know if it's the same with you, that we're men, we don't show our feelings, suck it up, man up, move
Yeah.
on.
I think there's definitely that stigma that you have to be a manly man, like no matter what, you got to push forward. And I think it's a very big disservice to men out there because we do have mental um, things going on, and they may be small or they may be big, but uh, I think it's important that you take care of yourself. Um, I think it's a great disservice to one if you don't seek that help, and it is a difficult decision to go and get that. But I think if you're a family man or someone looks up to you, I think you can do them a greater good by seeking that help. And I think you'd be a greater role model for someone if you do that.
Yeah, and I fully agree. And I say it, and I always say it. I reckon it takes a real man to actually seek help and speak up
Hmm.
about mental health.
Yeah.
I got taught it, but because I was a medic in the army and I could see the signs,
Hmm.
I spoke up straight away.
Yeah.
My problem was I didn't get the help straight away because my hierarchy in the military thought I was just putting it on. And
Yeah.
called me malingerer. So that's how it really snowballed for me. But I want to commend you and everyone out there that puts their hands up and say, "Look, I'm not okay. I need help."
Hmm.
And like I said, I was still struggling until I had my son. As soon as I had my son,
Yeah.
that's when it still took me 3 years until I'm
Hmm.
here now. Um, but I fought every day
Hmm.
um, to provide you know, and the old saying how men should are the protectors, the husbands, the fathers, they're the protectors of their family. I still believe in that.
Yep.
But the old whys of how they went about it, I don't agree with.
Hmm.
And what you're doing and I'm doing and everyone else has been talking to doing is, making sure you're there for your family
Hmm.
to look after them. And you can't do that alone. If you find these internal battles, you
Yeah.
you need that help. Um,
Hmm.
so have you seeked any other treatment other than seeing a GP and you got your medication? Are you seeing psychiatrists or psychologists?
I haven't. I'm actually thinking about doing that because I think medication will only go so far. I think to talk about it and to let it out um, is the better thing to do. Because with medication, you're only treating the chemicals in your brain,
Yep.
but to verbally speak out about what's bothering you, to learn how to get some tools to assist you, um, I think that's a very good road to go down. Just to seek that extra help, and sometimes it's better to have a person that's not familiar with the situation um, look upon it and just give you some feedback, you know?
Yeah, non-bias feedback.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said. I'm on medication. I'm still on medication. I don't know how long I'll be on medication for.
Yeah.
At the moment, it does help, but I see my psychiatrist every 8 weeks. I see my
Mm-hmm.
psychologist every month. I see my GP every 3 months. That's if nothing else goes wrong. That's just a checkup.
Right.
Um, you know, and I've been doing this for 7 years, and I still do it and I
Yeah.
learn something new every day. And I love how you brought out the tools, because in the army we're always big on toolbox. Have a
Mm-hmm.
toolbox meeting. Okay, what tools can we use to finish this job? And I've learned so many tools to deal with my anxiety, depression, my PTSD, where and you learn from different ones. I've had I think 7 different psychologists.
Mm-hmm.
Solely mainly because I moved around a bit, but then also I just didn't gel. I'm one of the
Mm-hmm.
persons, if I don't gel with someone, oh,
Yeah.
I can't open up, I can't talk. So, if I don't gel with a psychologist, I will go, okay, look, I'm sorry. And I told them straight up, I said, look, I'm sorry, no offense. You
Mm-hmm.
probably are a really good psychologist, but I'm not feeling this relationship, this we're not gelling. I would like to see someone else, and they're always good because they know that if a patient doesn't trust them or not gelling with them, they're not going to
Yeah.
get the help out of it. So I really urge you, well, not urge you, but say follow through because it does
Yeah.
really help, and build that toolbox up. I've learned
Yeah.
so many breathing techniques, grounding techniques for when I have my flashbacks for my PTSD that,
Yeah.
brings me back to earth. One of my main symptoms is anger outbursts, not,
Mm-hmm.
not physical, just I yell, I get frustrated, you
Yeah.
know, I'll walk away straight away, and the wife knows we have a safe word. If I say pineapple, that means I can just leave, and she'll leave me alone for a little bit, and she understand that
Mm-hmm.
she did nothing wrong. Um, it's me, and I've just got to work with it. It used to be like 3 years ago, that could last half a day where I'll be just angry and just not involve myself with my wife or my son. Now it lasts for like 10 minutes. So,
Yeah. When I was in high school, we actually had a school shooting, and I got a little bit of PTSD from that. Um, so every once in a while, I'll get some flashbacks. Um, and it wasn't um, like there was a mass casualty or anything like that. Um, but it does have an effect on all the student body, not just the people that were directly affected by it. Um, like I can still see the SWAT members escorting us out of the building, the dogs sniffing us, the helicopter flying around. Um, so when something on TV like that pops up, I have to leave the room. I have to escape from it because I immediately get those flashbacks, and it brings back terror of unknown. So yeah, I've had to deal with that for a little while, and for the longest time, I thought I was the only one that had it. And one night I was hanging out with friends, and we were just talking about it, and it turned out that a couple of us had it. So I felt a little bit better after that, but it's hard for people to understand what's going on in your mind when they've never experienced something like that. And I know I get frustrated with it, um, and I just shut down. Like I don't want to deal with anything. Um, and the one of the things that irks me the most is when somebody comes out with, "Oh, I understand," but they've never been in that situation or anything like that. I think that irks me the most and frustrates me the most.
yeah,
So
sometimes that's just like a throwaway line. It's they don't know what to
yeah,
say, so they just say that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So yeah, um, it's hard to like talk about things like these because um, not a lot of people understand it, and um, I think what you're doing is great because it's bringing awareness to um, mental issues that men struggle with or everyday people struggle with, and I applaud you for doing this.
yeah, no, no, thank you, and that's my
Hmm.
mission. Is there's all this, and you said it before, stigma about mental health, and people that don't suffer from mental health, I think they just don't understand it. And like you said, if you
Hmm.
haven't gone through it, and like everyone's different, so your PTSD and depression,
Hmm.
very similar symptoms as mine, but they'll be totally different.
Right.
Like
Right.
yours was from the school shooting. Mine was when I was a medic over in Timor. Um, I had to go deal with a pretty bad car accident for the Timorese police. They had a bad car accident. 3 of them got injured.
Hmm.
First line went out, picked up 2 of them and took them to the hospital, and I had to go out and get the third one. And I got fucked around by the hierarchy, got delayed, get there, and pretty much within a minute of me starting to work, um, patient died, and there was no way coming back. It was his time. No matter what I can do,
Yep.
no matter, I couldn't have done anything to save him. I know that now, but even some days, like hearing a helicopter or seeing a car
Hmm.
accident, that sets me off. So, everyone goes through everything differently.
Yeah.
There is some similarities, but the people that haven't gone through it, they just don't understand what's happening, and because
Yeah.
no one really talks about it.
Hmm.
If you break your arm, someone's going to say, "Oh, what happened? How did you break your arm?" All this. They
Yep.
can see the injury, and then they can, they talk about it, and it's open.
Yep.
Oh, you broke your arm. But
Hmm.
when we break up here, um, because people can't see it or really understand it, they don't talk about it. And then because they
Yeah.
don't talk about it and ask the questions, they don't understand it. What they don't understand, they fear, and it's a snowball effect. So
Yeah.
the more we talk about it, and and I talk to my son. My son's 3 years old, 4 in
Hmm.
September. And if I yell at him for no reason, well, there's always a little reason, but say he's being a bit naughty,
Hmm.
nothing major, but it just irritates me and just sets that part off. Afterwards, when I calm down, usually 10, 15 minutes later, I'll go give him a cuddle and I say, look, mate, I'm sorry for yelling.
Hmm.
Yes, you were naughty, but you didn't deserve for me to yell at you.
Yeah.
Daddy's still working on his health, his mental health. And, when I go to my doctor, my psychiatrist, I'm going to see, the doctor to fix my brain, to
Hmm.
fix my mind, not brain, my mind.
Yeah.
And, I tell him, and, I know it probably upsets him every time, I yell when I don't need to. But, the more I talk to him, once he gets older, he'll understand everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need to do. We need to spread what's happening with us and, break that stigma and that unknown. And then hopefully, you know, everyone that will be suffering from mental health can actually go get help instead of being
Yeah.
scared of asking for help for being called weak. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I think if people do seek help, you won't no longer be weak. You'll be actually a stronger individual for getting the help you need. And I think once somebody realizes that, I think they can succeed in anything that they need to.
yep.
Just keep on working at it and seek the help. I mean, it'll benefit you more than it will hurt you.
So, moving on to the next question.
Hmm.
How do you think your life has changed? I know you've only been recently properly diagnosed with it, but if you look back on, ever since when you first started getting those signs symptoms of PTSD, because what just from our chat, that's why I think that would have been when you were 15. I take it.
Yeah, I would have been a freshman in high school, so I was like 14, 15.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
So, how you reckon it's changed from then? Like before then, you were just normal kid. And then you had that incident, had your PTSD, depression, and that, and then now seeking help, and now your prospect on your future. How do you think it's
Yeah,
all molded you?
I think I've become a more mature um, person because of it. I've definitely become more aware of what's going on in my surroundings. Um, but I also think at the same time it kind of stole something from me. Um, but I think I can gain that back. Um, I think it's a bit of confidence that was stolen, um, a bit of innocence that was stolen. Because being that young, I think when something like that happens, it scars you, and I think you realize that it's not the pretty world that you think it is, and I think you start looking at some of the negative things when you really should be looking at the positive. And I think when I started feeling this depression get really bad again, um, I think it was my son that really helped me through because it was a positive in the world. Um, and I know I need to be there for him. I know I need to guide him, make him aware that it's okay to to cry, to to be a little bit vulnerable, but at the same time to be strong and to persevere and everything. So I think he's really been my rock, and my fiance's been great too. Um, it's nice to have somebody that's there to know when something's going on and to support you in everything that you do. Um, so my future, I'm just looking forward. I can't look back anymore. I think that was the thing too. When you're in this depressed mindset or an anxious set, you just keep focusing on the past. And I think for me, I need to press forward and look at the future, um, look at where my life can go rather than where it's been. I
Yeah.
mean, where it's been, I mean, um, some great things have happened. Um, some bad things have happened, but I know that there's going to be some more great things ahead of me. So I think that's where I'm looking. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to keep my head forward and my chin up, and just keep on moving.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. It's good to hear. Um, what would you like everybody to know about living with a mental health issue?
Well, it's not easy. Um, it's really not easy, and I think people who don't have it um, should just kind of take a step back, reassess what they're going to say before they say it, because words do hurt, and I think words affect individuals with mental health a little bit more. So I think if people are just more aware, they listen, they're not quick to judge. I think that would be best for everybody. I think it's just difficult for somebody not to have a grasp of what's going on. Um, and uh, sorry, I lost my
No,
train of thought.
no, you're right. I know that feeling
Oh,
all too
oh,
well.
oh, the early morning.
Yeah.
It was going well, and then
That's all good. That's all good. It shows you that you're human.
uh,
So
oh,
I won't be editing
wow.
that out at all. That's just showing that, we go through this stuff. That's what happens. We
Yeah,
we can just
yeah.
like sometimes I can just be sitting there talking to the wife, and then all of a sudden I'm off staring into the distance and for
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 minutes, and she'd be like, "Did you hear what I just said?" I'm like, "No.
No.
What were you thinking about?" I'm like, "Nothing. I can. There was nothing. It was just it's just blank." And yeah,
Yep.
it's, yeah. Now
Yeah.
she just laughs at me.
you, you have to have laughter in the world.
That's it. Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
wife's been really good for me. So yeah, I actually gave her an out when I first started getting really bad. I'm like, this
Hmm.
this is going to get worse before it gets better. If you think you can't handle it, or if it's too much, he's a free out. You can leave.
Yeah.
No grudges. Nothing. I
Hmm.
fully understand. She pretty much slapped me in the face and told me I was an idiot, and freaking told me she'll be here through thick and thin. And 7 years later, she's still here putting up with my crap. So
Well, you snagged yourself a good one.
yeah, nah, I
Yeah.
did. Um,
I know the one of the, I don't know, maybe the first month or two with my fiance, I told her about the PTSD. I told her this is what happened. She's like, "Don't worry, I'll be there for you. I'll help you with it." And she has, and they're a saving grace. You know, I don't know what I would do without her.
no,
Yeah.
that's good. One advice I'll give you, because you haven't really built up your toolkit yet, and it works for me and my wife, is a safe word. Come up with a
Mhm.
random word, and this is too easily to let her know when you're having a very depressed um, moment, or your anxiety is picking up, and you might, you know you say it at the beginning before you get to that really bad stage,
Right. Yeah.
to let her know, look, this is about to happen. Like for me and my wife, there's an ongoing joke about pineapples. So our thing is pineapple. Like, how many times does a pineapple come up in a conversation? So if I say pineapple and then just walk away, she understands
Yeah.
that my anxiety's going nuts or something like that, and she'll
Mhm.
give me 15 minutes, and we worked out our time. She's like
Mhm.
15 minutes, and then she'll come and check up on me. So that's a good way to work with your partner,
Yeah.
to have that safe word, and then she can use it too if she's having a bad day or something like that, and she needs that, that 15 minutes away from you and your son.
Mhm.
Um, it's a really good. So, try it. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But
No, I think that's a great tool.
it's a
I'll
great
definitely
tool.
have to do that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and you gotta make it a random word, because if you make it a
Hmm.
normal word that you can use regularly in a conversation,
Yeah.
it doesn't quite
Yeah.
work. So it has to be just random as. So that's why we pick pineapple.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same effect as just a blender or something like that. You
Yeah.
have to have something that kind of stands out a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit
Well,
of.
with pineapple, the reason we chose pineapple, or in the army, or Australian Army, pineapple is an ongoing joke from getting shit jobs. So if you get
Oh, okay.
shit tasks, you've been getting a pineapple up the butt.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
and where that came from is the old grenades nickname was pineapple because it looked like the pineapple with the ridges around it. So,
Okay.
yeah, when you get a shit job, you've been getting given a pineapple. So it's an ongoing joke all in Australia for military
Oh.
personnel, especially army. And then the wife just found out about it, and now she just keeps buying me pineapple shit. Just so we decided that to be our safe words. So
Yeah, yeah, it's more than just a fruit.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Um, Now this is a question I love asking people because it's to break down the stigma and to let people know, like you said before, words can hurt, especially when we're suffering mental health. What's the worst thing that someone has ever said to you regarding your mental health?
Ooh. Um, Probably, oh, I understand, and to get over it.
Yeah.
I think, oh, I understand is bad, but when someone says to get over it, oh, that makes
Yep.
my blood boil because you can't, and I don't know if that shows ignorance or um, it's not stupidity because I don't think people. I don't know. It's like it's one of those borderline things of ignorance and stupidity.
Yeah.
Um, like, but I think it's more along the lines of ignorance because they don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but if someone says that on purpose, I think that's just stupidity. You know. But yeah, I think get over it is probably one of the most hurtful, stinging things anybody can say to someone who's dealing with a mental uh, health issue,
Yeah.
because you can't. It's impossible. Um, and I think if people choose their words more wisely, I think the world would definitely be a better place.
Yep.
So always think twice before you say something, because you never know what uh, the effect of those words is going to have on somebody.
Yeah, I fully agree. That's pretty much similar to like my pet hate is it's all in your head.
Ooh, yeah,
And then that
yeah,
leads on to just get over it. And it's like,
yeah,
yes, it is in my head. It's a mental
yeah,
health. It's
yeah,
to do with my brain.
yeah. Thanks for
But
letting me know.
yeah, but the way they say it is like, and I think
Yeah,
it's mainly from when, I got treated like a malingerer in the military. Like they saying that I'm just making this up, that I'm just
yeah,
overreacting. It's just in your head, just get over it. Just forget about it. It's like, I wish there was a little
yeah,
switch that we could just go, oh, I'm just going to switch my PTSD
yeah,
and mental health
yeah.
off. I'll be good and, never turn it back on. But we
Oh,
can't
that would
do
be a
that.
great button to have. Kill switch, man.
But yeah, and I agree with what you said. I reckon, it is. I think the ignorance. Oh, I can't even say that word properly. Oh, look at me go. But I
Yeah,
don't think it's meant. I think it's taught. I think it's taught
yeah.
through stigma. Taught with, not seeing mental health as a proper illness. It's
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they mean it to hurt, or some, like you said, I think some do just
Mm-hmm.
say it just to hurt you and to
Yeah.
to just push you to those limits. And freaking, I have no time for those people whatsoever.
Nope.
But most of them, I think they just don't understand, and that's what we said earlier. Is understanding what's happening, and because they can't see it, and most
Mm-hmm.
of the time, and I got a lot. I know a lot of people with mental health, especially I surround myself with people similar to me that gone through the same type of scenario, or
Mm-hmm.
and we help each other out. So I know a lot of people, and you'll see them walking through the shopping center with a big smile on their face, and they look fine. But
Yeah.
when you get to know them, and like you obviously you might do it the same. Like that smile was fake. Like I can,
The artificial smile.
yeah, and you're
Yep.
hiding because you don't want people to see
Mm-hmm.
the battle you're having. And I
Yep.
think for people like us, that's what we have to stop. If we want these people to stop saying these things, we
Mm-hmm.
need to say, hey, I'm not okay.
Yep.
I am sick. I have an illness. This is what's happening. Yes, some days I can be happy as, and then if the days you don't see me though, I'm in bed for 12 hours during the
Mm-hmm.
day, and then sleep
Yeah.
all night. And that's what this channel is all about: is to talk and say, "Hey guys, this is us." And
Yeah. No,
if
I
someone,
gotta admit, I was scared to do this because it's not an easy thing to do, to admit that you're sick or that you're having some trouble. But I actually watched a couple of your videos with some of the guys, and I actually got built up that courage uh, to do this. So thank you.
no,
I
and
appreciate it.
thank you. I know how hard it is. I've been at the early stages where I didn't want to talk to people, um,
Hmm.
and I know how much courage and strength it takes to talk, especially to a stranger. Like we've spoken, a couple of times on Messenger.
Yeah,
You,
yeah,
you you haven't known me really from a bar of soap. I haven't really known you from bar of soap, but
yep,
you know, I appreciate everyone that I have on this channel that can come out and just talk. And
yeah,
my goal here is, I don't. I'm not in this to be famous. I would love, 100,000 subscribers to my
yeah,
channel. But the reason I want 100,000 subscribers, or a million, 2 million, sky's the limit, is not for the fame, but the more people that watch my videos, the more people I
hmm,
can help.
yeah.
So, but if I just help one person, if one person watches my video and it helps them, I'm
Then
happy.
you got a successful job.
Yep.
You done, yeah, yeah. I know. I started my YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna get 100,000 subscribers, no problem. I'm gonna be rich and famous. You know, I'm gonna have this epic beard. People are gonna worship it and everything, and it's not true.
You still doing the
You know,
YouTube channel?
I've actually kind of taken a break from it, just to work on myself.
Yep.
But I'm gonna start doing videos again. Yeah, I've been kind of slacking off on the Instagram posts, and
Yeah.
but it's hard to do that stuff when you're lacking the motivation to do it. Um, I'm Jared, but I'm also the professor of beards, and sometimes Jared has to come first.
Yep.
I love making the videos. I love reviewing the products. I have fun with it. I mean, I enjoy making the videos, just playing around with like the music and stuff, and just like throwing bits and stuff in there. Oh man, it's awesome. I was so happy when I found out I could speed up a clip and add music to it.
Yeah. Or slow it down. I like some
Yeah,
nice slow motion with some dramatic music. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
feeling it.
it's enjoyable, but at the same time, um, my family and myself come first, and but I'll continue to do the videos because I think it's a nice escape um, from reality sometimes, just to throw on a different hat once in a while,
Yep.
and just have fun with it. So maybe we'll get those 100 subscribers, and hopefully we can make a difference. But I think I'm gonna revamp my channel a little bit. Start adding in some more personal aspects, just to show I'm a human and not a character or yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna change that up just to maybe touch more people.
yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
And like when I started, I got told to, be myself, and that's what I've been doing. Like
Yeah.
this is me. If you
Hmm.
meet me down at the pub, this is who I am. So,
Yeah.
some people might not like me. It used to bother me. Now I'm just like, if you don't like me, don't watch my videos.
Yeah.
This is
Walk
me.
away.
Yeah.
If you don't
Um,
like this, just go.
so your channel is
Yeah.
the Professor of Beards.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
cool. Well, I'll plug it into the description, so people can go check them out for you.
Yeah. No, that'd be
And
cool.
what are you on Instagram? You're Professor of Bids also on Instagram, aren't you?
Yeah. Um, it wouldn't let me connect the and professor, so it's the underscore professor of beards. I don't know why Instagram did that, but
Who
it had a
knows what
special day.
Instagram
It had a
does?
special day that day.
No, I'll put everything down here so people can go
Yeah.
and check you out, and we'll get your thing, and take time for yourself. Don't rush back into
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
started this channel 2 years ago. I was
Hmm.
training for Kokoda, so doing the Kokoda track, which is pretty big in Australian history during World War One. We walked this track. It's like, what was it? Things like 60 something kilometers, but it's up and down ranges like this, and
Oh
it's through
wow.
mud. And there's a big battle that happens. Um, they To get to Australia, they decided to go through Papua New Guinea,
Hmm.
come and get us, and we had reservists over there. So massive battle. They got pushed back, pushed back. It went on for days. But doing that was amazing. It was on my bucket list. But I started this channel to document my training for that, and also to do stuff like this as a mental
Hmm.
health advocate. I was going good for 4 months while I was training. Then I went over the Kokoda. It was emotional. It was physically tough. I
Hmm.
was drained. I got back. Didn't want to do anything. I
Yeah.
still wasn't right, and it took me 2 years to go. Okay, I think I'm really good right now. I'm in a really good headspace. Let's give this another crack. And last 5 weeks has been unreal. I've been meeting so many new people. Hearing their stories, their
Hmm.
struggles, their triumphs. It's surreal. I
No,
think a good word for it. So,
it's
so
actually quite amazing the support system with the beard struggle
oh,
um, that there is. Like, uh, talk about a stigma that company has persevered with a lot, and I can't thank enough for all the individuals who have stepped up and become leaders. I consider you one of them um, because of the hard work that you've been doing to uh, reach everybody with the mental awareness. I think that's very important.
no.
Um, but yeah,
And, yeah, I fully agree. The brotherhood we have, part of the brand bike, and I think we're like 6,000 or just under or just over 6,000
yeah,
strong
it's
now.
amazing. Yeah.
But it's this is my first ambassadorship. I won't lie.
Hmm.
I've never even thought about doing this ever. But
Hmm.
for some reason, it appealed to me. Like the products are awesome. Like
Yeah.
I've tried different products and not used products, and I haven't really found. And ever since I started using the beard struggle products, like my beard feels so much healthier. It's so much fuller. I
Hmm.
love it. But you know I don't stay an ambassador solely on their products. It's more the
Hmm.
people, and
Yeah.
the works that these people do behind the scenes are
Hmm.
just amazing, and the support they give us is
Yeah.
amazing, and the friendships, the brothers I'm meeting, like I talk to these guys every single day. There's
Hmm.
some out there that, like, we got a chat group that we chat every single day. Like I wake up there on the chat because, you know, I got people in Norway, America, Canada, you know, UK, freaking
You
Sweden,
got a
you
huge
know,
network going.
yeah, it's and it's just chat like some, and they give you so many tips. Like I've learned so much about YouTube and, you know, how I
Hmm.
should be doing videos and, you know, how to excuse me, promote my videos and, you know, working on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I've learned so much. Like in the 5 weeks I jumped from 7 subscribers on my channel
Hmm.
to 27 as of today.
Oh
So
wow! Congratulations.
yeah, so going up slowly, and then, you know, my Instagram, I went from, I think when I got back on there 5 weeks ago, I had 105 followers.
Yeah.
I'm now on 873 last time I checked.
Holy smokes.
So
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of them are just the beer struggle guys. But you know, there's no oh I'm the bigger man here. I'm going to get
Yeah.
the most sales. It's like, you know, we got some people like Jake the Viking. He has, you know, 650,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That's
You know,
that's that's
he's big.
insane.
He was part of the Mr. Beast, who's a big YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Um, you know, he gets out and he did a live yesterday morning,
Hmm.
or my morning, his evening, and it gave us tips and tricks and how to do stuff. Like, you know, you meet some people that, you know, are famous on YouTube or Instagram, and they don't care about the little guys. They won't help you because
Yeah.
they want the
Yeah.
fame for themselves. Where everyone in
Yeah.
this company, whether they're the, you know, biggest or the smallest, everyone's in it to help each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the main reason I stayed with the beer struggle is the support and network that you get from it. So it's awesome.
Yeah. It's more of a family than a company, I would say,
Yeah.
just from the sheer support. Like you said, from the big guys all the way down to the little guys. But I don't really feel, besides like their massive muscles and everything like that, which holy smokes. But I don't really feel small. I
Yeah.
feel equal, and I think that's great to have in a company. Um,
It
yeah,
is.
it's definitely a positive.
And there's no pressure. Like I've been here with the company for 5 weeks now. I haven't made a sale yet, so I haven't made
Yep.
any commission. But you know, I'm out there. I promote it, and that's all they
Yeah.
care. And
Yeah.
you know, they want you to grow not as a salesman for the beer struggle, but
Hmm.
to grow as your person. Like they always harp on like you're not there to promote beer struggle. You're there
Yep.
to promote yourself,
Yep.
and then the beer struggle products
Well.
will just
Yep.
come. Like we show
Yeah.
off
I
our
think that's.
luscious beards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
My
coming back. It's
my
all right.
my stubble. It's about a week.
At least you don't have the dirty Mexican mode, like very blonde. I'm all blondie
Oh
here and
no,
here, so it just looks shocking.
no! I get the anti-Hitler here.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I got
I
that too.
I get. It takes forever to grow the middle.
Yeah, I don't mind
Uh,
this now. This part here underneath the lip takes forever, and because it's so blonde,
yeah.
there's no dark hairs there, and it's very thick.
Yeah.
It just takes forever to grow in. So it looks like I just got like a chin strap
Mhm.
because it looks like my
Yep.
chin's here and not down here. It's just everyone
Yeah.
just there.
No, I when I had the big beard, no, I started noticing some whites coming in. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I'm 31. I don't need this yet. It's
I got
okay in the hair, but
yeah, I got a lot of greys up there. None
yeah.
in the beard yet, but they're just blonde. I got at
Oh.
one stage I had blonde, red, brown, and
Mhm.
black through my beard. I
Yep.
was like multicultural, man. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
true Aussie, just a bit of everything.
Yep. Yeah. I'm Irish, so when my beard grows out a little bit, it gets more like the a reddish tint to it.
Yeah.
But the reddish is starting to go away, and those hairs that were once red have they've gone to white. And same thing with up top. It doesn't look like that now because I put some hair product in it. If I walk outside, it's a beautiful day. As soon as that sun hits it, it looks like a snow cap on Mount Everest.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not like my uncle. My uncle was fully grey at 25. So, and his son's the
yeah,
same. Like I think Andrew's, I think like 3 years younger than me. So we just beginning of his 30s, and yeah, he's fully grey. He like full salt and pepper. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm getting there, but nowhere near there yet.
Yeah, it all starts with one, and then they quickly multiply. uh,
Too easy. Well, thank you very much for having this chat. I've really
yeah,
enjoyed it. Really loved getting to know you and your struggles and your triumphs. So
yeah,
keep moving forward. One step at a time.
yeah.
And I'm always here. If you ever need a chat, just DM me. And
I
you know,
will.
I'm creating this army, mental health Vikings. So
Okay. No.
we need to build a shield wall against mental health, and we need everyone to do it. So you're part of the army now with me. So if you ever need me, just message. Obviously, our time difference is a bit
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
place, but
No,
I'll
I
get back to you.
appreciate you working out with me. I know it's it's a leap in time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, how you feel?
yeah.
You're talking to the future right here.
I know, right? Do you know what the lotto numbers are for tomorrow today?
I wish I did.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so
Okay.
much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been a great chat, and thank you for listening.
No, and thank you for telling it.
Thank you, Jared, so much. Really enjoyed our chat, and I hope this video reaches someone that needs to see it and take a really good message from it. And that message is, we can't do this ourselves. We've got to reach out and ask for help. There's so many people out there that can actually understand what we are going through, and we just got to take that first step and reach out and grab someone. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, stay safe and look after each other.